Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Thursday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's time for the DX Engineering Manufacturers Showcase. This is a show every week that we have at this time where we invite manufacturers that sell their goods through DX Engineering to come on and talk about their products. And today we have N3ZN. It's Tony. And Tony, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you.
So Tony, tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, I started making paddles and keys but what's that, 15 years ago. And the way I started, the 2 years before that, I started looking for a paddle for myself. I wanted something, I just couldn't get one I really liked. So I went on eBay. I spent 2 years buying and selling all different kinds of paddles. Just looking for the one I would like, which one I would like the best. So what I did was I would buy them, fix them up, and then resell one, buy another one. And I went down the line. They called the eBay food chain. So my favorite one wound up being the Braun Brothers. I don't know if everybody remembers the Braun Brothers. So I took a Braun Brothers paddle and I put magnets on it. And boy, it worked pretty nice. So I said, you know what, the next thing I'm gonna do is make my own. So I went through a process. The first one had long lever arms. It was a little clanky and loud. It's through a long process, I got what I got now, which is a short arm, magnetic return, ball bearing drive. It got the iambics, you have 3 ball bearings per lever arm. You can see what's on my specs, but they're pretty well loaded up.
Well, that's very interesting. And Tony, I wanted to talk a little bit about. We already have a question in the chat room, and so I want to speak to that question. And it comes from NC7B, which is our friend Greg out there, and he says. He's looking for a smaller paddle to take portable with his IC705, like the ZN QRP or the ZN Lite 2. Any thoughts on which would be more durable for field use?
Well, if you look for lightweight, you're going to want the ZN Lite 2. It weighs about 4 ounces. If you want something that will sit on, the ZN Lite does not have any feet on it. You have to screw it down. It does come with the plastic base. The QRP has its own feet. It's a little heavy. It depends how hard you hit the paddle. And I'll also have the ZN Mini Mite, which right in between the two. So, if you want to email me and we could figure out what's the best for you.
Yeah, and apparently, when I look at the N3ZN line, I see that we are carrying 7 keys. So I don't think we are carrying those keys at the moment. Is that right?
That's correct. The Zeta line is a special edition. There's only 50 being made.
Okay.
I'm about halfway through it, and that'll probably be about it. So I never offered to DX Engineering. You can sell them through if you want. You can sell them.
Okay. Yeah, we might pick up some additional SKUs from you and see about selling those. But I do want to have you, Tony, talk a little bit about one of the most popular keys. And when you see it pop up there, you can start speaking about this key. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, that's the ZNSL. That's a single lever paddle. And actually, that single lever paddle has 3 lever arms. The 2 outer control dits and daws, and there's one right in the center that actuates the 2 outer. So that always returns to neutral every time, to neutral center post. Every time you let off, it goes right back to neutral. It weighs about 3.4 ounces. You've got 3 ball bearings per lever arm, and it's really a nice key.
And you would call this your most popular key, right?
Well, for my single lever, I mean, my most the Ambic and most popular are the ZN9 and the ZN9ZX, and
Okay.
that goes by what you want for outside dimensions of the finger pieces. Determines which one you would buy.
Right. So here's the 9ZX, right?
Right. That's 5/8 outside, which is one of the most popular. The three most popular outs are 1/2 inch, the 5/8 like you see, and then 3/4.
Right. That's a beautiful key. It really is.
That key almost is real close to 3 pounds.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Actually, I just had a look at my email, or somebody just requested a ZN SL. I don't know if they're watching this show or not. That's funny.
Well, we better get them in stock, Tony. That's what that's we'll work with Melanie to make that happen. And so let's see. Here we have some other comments. Hopefully that helped, Greg, with Tony answering the question. And other questions are encouraged for Tony N3ZN, who's on with us today for the Manufacturer Showcase. And Mark Brown, who's a customer of yours, I'm sure you know Mark, N4BCD, the chairman of the Huntsville Hamfest, says Tony and Robin are a class act and great Hamfest supporters. Really like how they're set up at Hamfests to real keys, inviting everyone to try them. So thumbs up.
And I hope we can have Huntsville this year, because I miss these Hamfests.
Yeah, we're all pulling for them. And Paul Ewing says he loves his N3ZN key. So very, very good following there, Tony. So how many different keys do you make that are not special edition, let's say?
Well, I think there's probably a total of 10.
Okay.
I never actually counted them all.
And
there's variations of all the keys.
Do you make them in your home? Do you have a factory?
Yeah, I have a shop in my house.
Okay.
So I don't pay any rent.
Well, that makes it convenient. You don't have to drive anywhere. And do you have folks working with you, or is it just
just me?
Okay.
I work by myself. So every paddle feels exactly the same, because there's only one guy working on them. I make everything.
Okay. And let's see. Chris says, do you have one for the CW oscillator? I guess you could use paddle with an oscillator.
Well, an oscillator for a straight key. I guess that's what he means.
Yeah.
You need here for a paddle.
Right. Right. And if it had a monitor, but the straight key, you do make a straight key, which is really nice.
Yeah, the HK2.
Yeah. And hopefully that should be up on the screen there.
Now that was a second generation. I had these ZNHK, but this one here, you could the knob is the center line of the knob is right on the center line of the feet, so you can almost stand on it; it won't tip on you.
Wow,
that's what I was going to Hamfest. They had the HK, the original one, and there's these guys ponding on it would tip. And I didn't like the way it tipped, so that's the second generation right there.
Yeah, that's a good looking key, and it comes in handy for straight key night on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Our friend Jamie WW3S says, "Hi Tony, hope you're doing well. He loves his single lever key."
How you doing, Jamie?
And see, Whiskey 6 Quebec Radio says, love my SL and QRP keys. So got.
I appreciate all you guys buying my product.
Yeah. In fact, heard W6QR was on 40CW this morning. And so I'm coming in pretty late as far as the morning goes. So coming in from California. So N3ZN Keys on the air. Do you have thousands of keys out there, Tony? I mean,
yes, there's
15 years.
Yes.
Wow. And all handmade by you.
Well, when I first started, I made all the parts. And now they were all brass. And then when I started getting all these orders, I have a CNC shop making me parts now. So I'll get the raw stuff and I powder coat, and it's a long process to make one.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the amount of time that it takes to put together a key. I mean, this is a labor of love. But what did you do before you were making keys?
I was a home builder. But you know what? When I was 12 years old, I had a friend. He was getting a divorce, and it was his grandfather's. They had a lathe for sale and a drill press. So I bought a lathe and drill press for like $20 for lathe and $10 for a drill press. So I was working with machines all those years. I bought that home and I started making. It was a metal lathe, but we were making lamps and stuff on it. So I had a shop in my basement at home at 12 years old.
Well, that'll do it. That'll
always like building stuff,
Yeah. No, that's very cool. And if anybody else has any questions for Tony, we have N3ZN on from N3ZN Keys. And Tony, I wonder if there's another one of your keys here that we should talk about as well. I'm going to go back to the screen share and see if there's any one of these other keys that you want to talk about. There's one with the round base, the 9RZ.
Okay, that 9RZ, I have 16 different colors for that now.
Well,
so you look on my website and somebody what's a different, different color. That's the way you want to go.
Right. So
that's a blue silver there.
Yeah. Boy, that's a nice looking key.
Yeah,
really.
We sell all those.
Yeah, really nice. Let's see.
Now that comes also in 3/8. If you see it on I just saw it on your. You can get that in 5/8 aught or 3/8.
Okay.
So now some people like the narrow aught. But while I'm on here, let me tell you, make sure you want the narrow aught, the close spacing.
Right.
I'd see on eBay and on QTH and QRZ, they buy the 3/8 and then all of a sudden you see them for sale. So that they think they want the 3. Make sure you want that because the most popular is 5/8.
Okay. And here's the ZN USA. That's a nice looking key.
That there is a really nice looking. It's a nice. It's a 1/2 inch aught, and it got some nice colors to it.
Yeah, yeah.
When I go to Hamfest, it's when you actually see one, they really sell well.
Yeah, boy, that is nice looking. Well, let's see here. Let's see. WD8NVN says, do you plan to offer semi-automatic models?
I've had that question, talking about the bug. And I don't like a bug. So I'm not going to build a bug, but the thing is you could put your keyer in semi-automatic mode and use it like a bug.
Right.
Your paddle. So your paddle can be used as a bug.
Right.
And you want perfect spacing on your dits. I do that at the Hamfest. They show them, but they're not impressed with that. That answer. It's just not the same, I guess.
Right. Right, right. There's an emotional attachment.
To the bug and that spring, the
Yeah.
disc on that spring.
Yep.
But I used a bug for about 2 years back in early '70s, and once I quit using that and got to a paddle, I never looked back.
Yeah. Now, Tony, what was your original call?
WA3NO or WN3NOM.
NOM. Okay. Very good.
1969, I got my license.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Tony, thanks so much for coming on today with us. And we're really proud here at DX Engineering to sell your keys handmade by you. And we're going to pick up a few more of the SKUs. I'll let Melanie know, and Melanie or Maria will be in touch with you, and we'll pick those up, make sure we get them on the website, get them on the shelf. So if somebody, at 10 o'clock on a Monday night wants to get a key shipped to them, we can get it right out the door.
Very good.
Okay, Tony, we wish you continued good luck, and we hope to see you at the Huntsville Hamfest in August.
I really hope we have it. I miss my friends,
Yep. It's going to happen.
It's not the same doing it virtually as it is being at the Hamfest.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for coming on today. And 73 from DX Engineering.
Thank you.